This is the Alchemy Workshop, and I'm back again with some more Scrapyard finds. This time we're going to be looking mainly at some really big collection of clamps I found, and a few other extras that are kind of random. But first, take a look at the clamps. And if you ever hear like people, especially into woodworking, that you always hear them say you can never have enough clamps. And clamps, tools in general in Germany are pretty expensive. There are some like weird stores that sell this cheap, probably made in China crap, where I've bought them and they're pretty crappy. And you know, the thing here that swivels on there broke off. I mean, I could still use these. I end up having to put like a piece of scrap wood in so it doesn't dent into what I'm clamping. But they're cheap. The handle starts to split. That's the saying with tools that seems to be pretty true. They say buy once, cry once. So if you buy the cheap stuff, if you use it enough, you're gonna end up buying it again. But we'll take a look at what I found from the scrapyard. And keep in mind, this stuff was all like, I paid 20 cents a kilo for this, so all this together probably cost me like €1. At the most. So here's one set of clamps. I mean, a bit rusty. I haven't gone to clean them up yet. There is some marking on here. Get up dirt. Actually, I never looked. I'm gonna clean that out real quick and figure out what it says. Alright, so these say patent Bessey, Bessey. Don't know anything about it, but number 16. It's not missing this piece, whatever that is called, which is very useful. And I mean, they're not cleaned up, but they work. Handles and not cracked. Still has some of the original paint on it. Smaller one, but you know, usually this older stuff's made better than the newer stuff, unless you're spending a lot of money on it. And what I needed always was big clamps, because I do a lot of work with pallet wood and stuff like that. So I had one kind of big clamp, and I always hesitated to buy more because they're kind of expensive. So I came across this one as well, which also in good shape. I got to clean it up a little bit, but not much to do with it. Looks like these were welded on, so it was made to hold angles or like square stock, hold things by the corner. So that could come in pretty useful for me. It's gonna have to be pretty big square stock, but yeah, for the price I can't complain. Markings on there's a 40, and nothing I could say. There is again the same company, I guess, Bessey. Then I found two of these monsters, and that's apparently missing that piece that goes here, but that's not a huge issue. Nothing visible I can see as far as markings on these. Still some of the blue paint on it. The handles actually turns freely. So yeah, it's very sturdy, very solid. Oh wait, here we go. I don't know, there's a stamp on it here. Elzett, Elzett. So I have to look that up. And there was two of these. This one also just has the ball. One thing I did notice, I'm going to have to fix, is the pin for the handle came out and someone put a nail through there, which is a real good way to have a nice accident. So I'll fix that. That's an easy fix. And also works perfectly fine. So, yeah, pretty nice score of clamps. Actually, that second one's a little bit shorter than the first one, but just by like maybe 6 inches. Yeah. Another couple extras I found. I mean, this is, I know people in the U.S. say they find these a dime a dozen. There's a handsaw. Seems to be okay. I could clean it up. But actually, what's cool about these is they can be turned into an instrument. If you ever look up musical saw, you hold it, especially you can put a handle through that hole actually. You kind of bend it in an S-curve and use a violin bow. It has a very cool sound. I was actually recently looking to buy an old used one on eBay just to do that. But the prices were kind of too much to pay for something I found for almost free. Um, I also found this saw, and I don't know how old it is, but it's steel. It's not aluminum. I took a magnet to it because at first I thought it was just an aluminum handle. It's pretty light, but still seems to be working fine. And finally, a brace and bit. Now this, it looks pretty old. I might just leave it as it is. I might clean it up a bit. I have no desire to really use this thing. It's a lot. I mean, I have power drills. No need to torture myself. But I think it's just cool because it's old. It's something I might just put on the wall for decoration. And yeah, I mean, that's the thing. This scrapyard, I can't wait to go back. I believe it's closed right now because of this COVID shit. So I'm going to call them next week to see if it's possible to go there because I always find cool stuff. And I mean, if you have a local scrapyard, check it out. You're going to most likely find some things you can use. And especially if you're into metal fabrication or blacksmithing. I have heard some people say, like, where they live, they're not allowed to do it. It could be safety issues or whatever. But some places you go there and you pay for the scrap, and you're kind of helping the environment at the same time. So it's pretty cool. So that's it on this one. I have a lot of other stuff to show off. I'll be doing them in different episodes and kind of grouping this stuff together. Till next time.